So when I joined, I thought it was really important to try to have an identity for Wellington College that everybody could understand and recognise and buy into. The Wellington Identity is a set of character traits that we want all of our students to leave with. But it's more than that. It's about a set of character traits that we want the entire Wellington community to live by. It's 5 I's, I won't test you on it. They are to be inspired, to be intellectual, to be independent, individual and inclusive.
One of the things that you'll hear Julian talk about a lot, and a word that you hear a lot around the school, is kindness. So kindness is something that shapes our approach to leadership. It's something that we place foremost amongst our 5 values.
Let's start off with inspired. It's so important that our young men and women who are at this school don't just come here and endure it, but they enjoy it. Next, I guess, would be intellectual. Intellectualism sometimes gets a bit of a bad press. There's this sort of image of a sort of bookish approach. Well, that's not what true intellectualism is all about. It's about really going beyond the syllabus. So I guess that brings me to my next I, really, independent. We want them to develop independent thinking so that they're able to develop their own ideas. We want them to develop the skill of independent learning. So that means really understanding and wanting to go and find out ideas and concepts for yourself.
It takes a lot of courage to come into a school like Wellington, which is known, for excellent academic results, and it was, climbing up the league tables. And one of the first things he did was to pull the college out of the league tables and make a statement that we are developing other skills. So the independent learning agenda is something that lots of schools talk about, lots of schools are thinking about, but here it's been done in a really coherent and a quiet way.
So that brings us to individual. We want to develop in every one of our children a sense of individuality. That means being comfortable in their own skin, really understanding what makes themselves tick and being happy to show that in a positive and respectful way. And then finally, this is something that matters to me a great deal. It's being inclusive. Inclusive as an individual, inclusive as an organisation. Making sure that we recognise that it's important to engage on a global level as well as with your local community, but also that in situations like this where we are so privileged, we really need to understand that comes with a sense of social responsibility. Wellington has also set up international schools around the world. We now have 5 schools in China, 1 in Thailand, and I won't say too much, but we're looking to open in other locations around the world. This gives 2 great benefits. The first is that finances raised through that international operation are used for our WOW bursary fundraising programme. But secondly, it also gives our students and our staff an opportunity to engage on a global level.
The Widening Opportunity at Wellington Scholarship Programme is about inclusivity and diversity. They could say, look, lots of people want to come to this place, we could increase the fees and people would still come. Is that where Wellington wants to be? Certainly not. It doesn't want to become an elite bubble. So we are trying to increase the numbers dramatically of those on a full scholarship of 110%. And we want to triple or quadruple the numbers in the next 10 years.
We want our students to explore, make active decisions about the future. So for some it might be setting up their own business, and we strongly encourage entrepreneurship here. For others it might be degree apprenticeships. We are a champion of degree apprenticeships. We were the first to set up a conference on the subject. It's now in its 3rd year. Any of these paths work. Any of these paths will be right for different individuals. Not all of them are the conventional route, but at least our students will be making active decisions in choosing their own particular path.